All right, all right. Great people, great people. We are welcome once again today. You people remember that I promised you all yesterday that we are going to be coming live today. I also have my guest here, Mazi. I hope we're getting it right, and I want us to get to Biafran Television Channel 1 before we begin to move forward on today's broadcast. Great people, I hope you people are joining us, and I want to say sorry to you all on this delay. We are trying to fix some certain things. That is why we could not be able to get on the same time that we promised our people, but it does not matter. Of course, we are here. We are here to preach the gospel of redemption to our people. We are here to tell our people what is going on. Like I promised my people yesterday that EBUBE AGU commander is on the run. And I will prove it beyond reasonable doubt that he is on the run. Marien Haider, I want you to hold on till we get into Biafran television channel 1 before we begin to introduce, because I want our people on the ground to begin to understand everything that we are saying is not going to base only on media, because we know that we have a lot of media war with especially Facebook, YouTube. So we don't want our people to have a half information. We want our people to get every information. Thank you, Mazi. Great people of Biafra, freedom fighters, lovers of freedom, are great people all over the world. We are now on Biafran Television Channel 1 under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I greet you all, great people of Biafra. I want you all to tune on Channel 1 Biafran Television. But before we proceed, that now we are already on BTV. We know the people are listening, our people on the ground. We are coming today to connect the dots. We are also still on the killings of our people in Biafra land. We are also still on 14 hefty men that they killed by EBUBE AGU, commanded by Hope Uzodinma, championed by Fulani Alamajiri coming from Senegambia Sahel, that they are not even 5%. But let me introduce myself. And our guest also going to introduce herself before we move forward. My name's Mazi Okechukwu, known as the Biafran child, Nwa Chineke, the general. I am from Ihala in Anambra in Biafra land. I am on that chain of command. And the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the highest commander. DOS is the highest office. And IPOB is our family. We must, I, the Biafran child, must defend these three things that I mentioned jealously. I will stop here, and I want you, our guests, to take over the mic and introduce yourself before we move forward. Thank you, Adam.
Good morning, great Biafrans. Good morning, Nwa Chineke, the General Okechukwu, my brother. My name's Marien Haider. I come from Awum Adan Noha. What I mean by that is, I am from Umunoha. Umunoha is popularly known in that locality by the great Igwekala, a deity. Umunoha is in Mbitolo local government, but I reside in United States. That's where I've been speaking from. I must, before I start anything this morning, call upon our Ohamadike one. I greet him with great respect, immense one. I thank God for his life. I thank God for his wisdom. I thank God for our ESN. I bless God for our DOS. I bless God for every well-meaning Biafran that are in the trenches, struggling and fighting. So I say God to bless everybody. Chukwu Okike bless everybody as we roll on to see how we can make sense of the senseless killing of 14 or more than 14 innocent youths called our children. So that's what we're about to do today. So, but again, may their souls, I don't know whether to say rest in peace, but must God grant them eternal rest, but give their families the heart to bear this loss. It is immense. It is immense. It's an outrage. Thank you, Mazi. God bless.
Thank you very much, Marien Haider. I also salute your courage for the good work you have been doing, running from here and there, trying to preach the gospel of redemption to our people. It's very, very important that our people always understand that on this quest of self-determination, we are not going to back an inch, either Biafra or Biafra. That is something that we have already vowed, that on this Biafran restoration project, we are not going to back an inch. And I want to use also this medium to pray for our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, who is today in DSS dungeon because of me and you. Why some of our people are there, yapping, talking all sort of rubbish from their mouth. We are not going to stop calling his name. He is the one that called us to come and join him. And we are here today. And he is there today. Why some people are gallivanting, collecting money from here and there, pushing people, killing our people for nothing's sake. Our people are dying every day. And that is the dot that we want to connect today. Like I promised you people before we move forward, because we are moving forward straight this time around, I want you all to pay attention to this voice note that you're going to hear today. I told you people that Ogu, the mayor of Mozambique, have taken off. He have run away. And he have run away. He is hiding. But one thing about it is he's going to run away, but he can never hide. Now, I want to prove it beyond reasonable doubt before we move forward. Then I will begin to ask Marien Haider what she think about all this thing that is happening, because the reason why that I brought her today is because she's a mother. Of course, you can see as a mother that carried a womb for 9 months and give birth to a child. When the child now grow up to begin to help you, someone from somewhere will take his or her life or send the person early grave. Is something that is unacceptable. That is why I keep on telling our mother they should support this struggle that we all, and make sure they come out en masse to begin to protest, because this time around, this is not about NSAS. This one is happening in our land. Now, let us move forward and hear the conversation from the fearless voice to Ogu. Then you begin to understand that Ogu have taken off. You can never find this person again. That is why I said before, make sure you extend your family. As you are getting married and you are making your kids, extend it. Because those people that you are looking for, you can't find them. Only the extension, we can be able to do the needful. So that nobody tomorrow will come from nowhere and begin to do the same beats of those that have run away or hide. Now, let us go straight. I want you people to listen to this voice note.
Ogwu edikwana ka ọnụ akọlụ gị, edikwana ka ọnụ akọlụ gị. Aka m bụ fearless voice udeje kenda mosu akpọna ngị na mmadụ kpọọ gị na mmụọ ikwelu m nkwa on the 21st being yesterday bụ Thursday na ị ga-akpọ m n'anyasị echela nke ọlụgụ n'anyasị ịkpọrọ wee binye ụla n'ụtụtụ a wee kpọbazie gị nwa bụ ogwu akpọna gị good 10 times ipikiri kọlụ m ikpochi ọgbara azụ
ọgba n'ọsọ
ogwu mata n'ụkpana okpoko bulu ọkwanụ nchichiri ya
otu a ka ọ dị
ogwu ụkwụ ọbụla na-aga walawala anya na-aga walawala na-esu ya
extend the family
ọkwanụ onye na-enyo isi ya na-apụta
otu a ka ọ dị
ogwu
extend the family
onye ọbụla aka ya kwụ ọtọ wee filu anya na-ebu ya ebubo na-apụta otu a nsi ekwu okwu pụta zala ọnụ ya pụta kwulu ọnụ ya ụwa anụla ọnụ ya na-ebubo ka a na-ebu ya ogwu ị mara ife nji wee sị gị jekwulu nwata a si na o welitere isi ya elu ka a kụrụ ya egbe n'isi ọ bụzalụ gị maọbụ onye ọfụ o wee kpọọ oge ogwu ọ bụrụ na ị na-anọ na mmụọ dịka isi wee kwu n'ịbụ onye omenala ogwu ị kwesịrị ịma onye bụ ụdị eji eke ndị amoosu bịalutoyo
ogwu agba n'ọsọ is going to other community to terrorize.
Anụrụ maazị ụdị eji eke ndị amoosu na nkịtị ife nji wee sị ebe isi na nwa Chineke zọrọ ndụ zọọ onye ndụ ma n'iru ma n'azụ egbusi ụmụnne ya o wee dị ndụ ka o wee kwuo ọnụ ndị egburu egbu si na o welitere iru elu na onye ọ fụziri bụ gịnwa bụ ogwu ụwa na-akpọghị n'ọnụ na-ajụ ife email ụwa na-abụghị ọnụ na-ajụ ife email na ana Biafra ụwa na-amụlụ kandụl maka ajụ ife email na ana Biafra ụwa na-atụlụghị nkwụ na ana maka ajụ ife email against ụmụ Biafra gee ntị ogwu onye jiri aka egbuo onwe ya ojebe mmalụ na ife ihe imelụ maka na ife ị na-eme na ajụjụ mụnwa maalụ na okwu a na-ekwu n'isi gị maka ebube agụ n'oge ịbụ onye isi n'oge na-elido ebube agụ eji wee na-agba ụmụ Biafrans ọkụ ebube agụ ji na-egbu ụmụ Biafrans ka esi egbu oke ebube agụ ji na-akụgbusi ụmụ Biafra ka esi akụgbu ijiji ewe jide ụlọ ndị mmadụ na-akpọ ọkụ ajụrụ m gị sị gị kedu ife ị nwere ikwu maka Hope Uzodimma na bọmbụ ọ na-atụ n'ọlụ ihe mbọsị n'obodo ndị ọzọ isi na ịmara n'inobere ya ọ bụrụ na gị nwa bụzi mmadụ dị ndụ anụrụ ya kedụzi ọmụọ ya anụ ya nke a nwanne buru ya iche ị mara ife njiri fee isi gị jebe ka ije see foto maka ezi ozi anyị ezi ndị dị ndụ maka na onye anyị na-ejere ozi bụ mmụọ ọ bụrụ mmadụ. anyị anọzi eme ife dị mmadụ mma. ngwa gere ntị.
Ogwu is on the run.
agwala nke sị
ọgwafuola
ife nji mee interview wee dị soft bụ mmụọ edu n'ivia and then nwetasịrị m ife nchọrọ. ife ndị siri ji ese foto bụ na nke mbụ bụ na ka mụ na gị na-ekwu okwu onye jee gba nkwụ o wee bụzilụ sọsọ ya bụ onye dị ndụ wee na-ekwu n'ọnụ ya si na o welitere isi apụta ka akụrụ ya isi egbe ọ bụlụghị so wee sị gị chetakwa na ọrụ ọ na-alụ bụ ọlụ aka ịgbapụ mmiri. o gosiri na ụmụaka nwesịrị ọlụ aka agbapụsịrị na babụrụ ndị ori dịka ọ gaghị bụ masta gị bụ nwa atụrụ ime na herdsmen n'ugwu Awụsa nke a na-akpọ gọvanọ Hope Uzodimma nke gbara onye nke ịnọ. o wee sị gị chetakwa na mgbe ị gbapụrụ mmiri na ọ bịalụ soro gbapụrụ gị mmiri rụọ ọrụ igbe gbapụo mmiri na ọ bụrụkwa onye ori. ọ bụ mgbe mụ na gị na-ekwu okwu ịkọnfam si ọzọ ọgụnwa ife ịgbala m bụ na mgbe nwanne gị nwoke gbapụrụ mmiri na onye a na ifere ya na vidiyo anyị na ịmara ya ọ ife ịgbala m then iwe rife kwa n'okwu ya wee sị isiri ọzọ n'ọgụnwa ka ọ bịara ụlọ ọrụ wee gbapụrụ mmiri dịka ya nwasị wee kwu mana ife ịkọnfam bụ na esi na mgbe ya junior brother gbapụrụ mmiri n'onye gbapụrụ ya mmiri that means na ị confirm go na nwata ha bụrụ onye ori dịka ya master si wee confirm bụ Hope Uzodimma. mgbagere ntị Ogwu justice must come forward. Ogwu ife ndị siri jee ka ise foto maka na ikwetara m na ịmala ya sịkwa ma ọ bụrụ na ị chọọ ka ijee mgbe siri jee igwekwara m ka mụ na gị na-ekwu okwu na ịnweta nọmba ya adịrị izi na ọkatakwaza isi na ọ bụrụ na m enweta nọmba ya and ikwu that na their house to your own village dị very close. mgbe ị sịrị mụ na ọ bụ na m ga-enweta nọmba ya kedu ibe mgbe anyị nwee responda wee sị na nsogbu adọrọ na m ga-enweta nọmba ya and Ogwu ejidego nọmba ya as I speak now mana ifugwu ya ịnọdụ n'ọsọ. Ogwu kedu ibe na-achụ ibe ndị sị gị jee ka ise foto ka m gwazi anaghị nna maka na obodo eji eke ndị amoosu ka mbụ ka mmazialụ na nwata si na ọ gbapụrụ gị mmiri nke ịkọnfamụ na eziokwu na mmiri ka ọ na-agbapụ na ọ gbapụrụ nwanne gị nwoke mmiri ofu nne gị ofu nna gị ọtọmatikali ịkọnfamụ gwụla anyị na nwata dịka masta gị bụ Hope Uzodimma si wee kwu na fa bụ criminals na onye bụ criminality bụ Ebube Agụ na Hope Uzodimma na ndị Fulanis gọọmenti Miati Allah Erufai Lai Mohammed Attorney General na Ebube Agụ. Now the reason ndị siri ji ese foto bụ ka mmaziala na nwata asịrị na o welitere isi fụghị ka mmaziala na gịnị ya nọdụziala na vidiyo na ọ ya sịkwazi no mistake ka o mere na ọ bụrụzi gị nwa bụ ogwu kọfụ nke nwa mara na ọ dị impossible and the odo ga anya na nwere ka nwata a ga-esi wee bịa to you ọbịa sọsịa maka na ịma na bell akụọna whistle eblow na you know na o nwere mgbe nwata a ga-abịa ka ọbịa sọsịa and you know dịka isikwe m na nkwa na interview na nchọka ije di ya na ị ga-anọkwa ị na-ekwukọ esidịghị mma na-ekwukọ esidịghị mma mana ebe ị nọ wee kpọọ onweghị ọkụ bụ na ikwetara na ọ nwere adị ibe hope ụzọ dị mma melụ ikwetara ya ebe ị nọ wee kpọọ onweghị ọkụ maka gịnị maka na ịsa n'ọnụ kọndem ahụ ụzọ dị mma you are in soup from fire to flying pan mana ị believe na hope ụzọ dị mma bụ the only person bụ onye mere onye isi ndị Ebube Agụ asị gọvanọ na ọ ya azọ gị hope ụzọ dị mma azụtago onwe ya azọpụtago onwe ya na kesi a the answer is no.
The answer is no.
Hope ụzọ dị mma ama bupute m isi ya ifuru kesi a mmadụ na-egbulu nke ikpete maazụ a
14
jidere unu niile n'onu hangia unu n'onu onu unu hangila hang
otu a ka ọ dị
until unu niile dị involve bụ ndị dị smart a confess ya then unu wapụsị ndị ga-eji ifele wee n'ụkwala anwụ unu eme gịnị egbue unu mmadụ iri a unu gburu nke ikpete maazụ a alapụtago unu. The protesters continue burning the lights. Don't stop the protest. You must continue to show the world, yes, n'ifemelo nwa atụrụ na-ewezi nna atụrụ iwe. Ekenem youths maka na ito ogbu ọkụkụ onye egbu na-ewunu ito ogbu ewu ogbu na-ebunu ito egbu ebuna ogbulu efi tupu
ọkwatu efi ogwu na-agbazi ọsọ
ogwu kọrọ m n'ọfụ maka gịnị ka o ejira n'ọfụ agbacha ọsọ agụọ maịl mata ogwu ife njisi gị pụta ka ime vidiyo gbapụ okwu kwuo okwu ka ụwa n'ụlọ ọnụ gị maka na ama na ọ bụ onye dị innocent n'ihe eme ya mana ịpụ n'imeri ya asịrị gị na the interview no nwere ndị na around you background na n'onu for that video at that time
okwu ise kila
ọ bụrụ mụ nwa bụ udo ji eke ndị amoosu ebuna m ebubo bụ m ebubo isi na kara aka ma na-ebunwu maka na osi kara aka na-ebu ogidi egbuona mmadụ si n'ọnwụ ugburu ma ọ bụrụ m ugburu ndị gburu mmadụ olo ka ife niile n'igbo n'ilo ọsọ wee taa ewee nwude ndị gburu mmadụ ọ bụrụ ndị si n'ọnwụ gburugburu bido mkpọsi ekwuru n'ọnwụ ugburu ka m bidoro wee na-ekwu okwu a na-anụ onu m mana ndị ahụ na-asị n'ọnwụ ugburu enwere ike ịpụta opun kwere ka m si ekwu ma na-ekwu na nzuzo na nzuzo mecha ife niile niwe ebe onye ndị gburu mmadụ enwudesie ndị gburu ndị gbara ọsọ gba nwere ndị ka nọ n'ọsọ ruo taa mụ na gị na n'onu m ọ na-abụ mmadụ iji ogu n'ọfọ sọsọ akpọ gị na fon ịza mana ị chọọzi pụtazikwulu ọnụ gị maka na gị nwe ikwuru n'ọnụ gị bụ iji naị hope ụzọ dị mma ọnya ka ị na-adọchi gị nwe pụta bịa kwuo okwu n'ife gbasara ebube agụ na fa na-eme alụ na aka ga adọpụ ya n'ịmara ife maka na ọka ihe esirikwu ya ka o wee mara yes na ịdị innocent ife ị na-adọchi bụ ka ị daa kọndemụ na hope ụzọ dị mma ka ị daa kọndemụ na ebube agụ nke ịbụ onye isi onye aghụghọ nwa ọkwa onye aghụghọ ga-eni ya ogwu mata amata mmụọ na mmadụ ekwube n'okwu ndị niile ebube agụ kpọrọ n'ọfọ ọkụ ndị niile ebube agụ gburu gụnwa bụ ogwu na hope ụzọ dị mma ka ụwa kpụ n'ọnụ ka mmụọ kpụ n'ọnụ ka mmadụ kpụ n'ọnụ isi na ị ga-akpọ m n'abalị kpọrọzi m maka na ebe ji nwude gị bụ na ekwetala gị na m ga-eweta nọmba ife ji na-etinyere gị disi odio ka ị ma na m enwetagokwa nọmba maka na ama m na ekonyelu m gị udo n'onu mana ịmarọ mgbe m si gị jee ka ise foto ofeke na mụrụ mgbe chijilu na mụrụ mgbe ekelu nkụ ụkwa amarọ ga-eche na m kwunyere gị ije ka ise foto bifo of amalụ n'ọwụdo ka m konyere n'onu maka na ofeke ka bụ anọ onye ka m jizi akọwalụ ndị ofeke na ndị otu gị na gị nwa na onwe gị the reason m ji wee sị jee ka ise foto jee ka ime vidio ikweta ka mmasị elu na onye egburu ụmụnne ya si n'ọrụ ka ọ fụrụ na gị na ya nọdụ na vidio na ọ ya sịkwazi dị na ya ụmụnne ya igburu egbu na ọ bụrụzi uche ma na ọ dị impossible ịnọdụ n'ọsọ ngwanụ nọkwalụ n'ọsọ ịgbakọta ọsọ agbawaghị ogwu na n'onu m ezi ozi anya ezi ndị dị ndụ isi na ịbụ spiritual man si na ịbụ prophet mgbe chekiziere m na ka ị mara onye bụ spiritual chekiziere m na ka ị mara onye dị gịnị spiritual.
What do you have to say, Maka Simon?
Check his name, like a prophet. I still remain an activist, freedom fighter. Udeje kenda mosu. Ono local one near. Ono the one number one also. Protesters continue burning the light in Igbo land. And I urge all the other states in Igbo to connect with this protest. This protest must continue, not lockdown. The street you got to free. Actually, the business, yeah. But protesters should continue. Napano, Oloria, Animal Land, Olomwe Simon. They take advantage in every area. Go with the agent of life. There will be no seat at home. There will be no seat at home. There will be no lockdown. But protesters must continue until justice comes forward. No bagger can stop the protesting. The protesting is justified. Demonstration is justified. Makano mmadụ ka egburu Ndị innocent for that matter. Simon Ikpa nọ n'ebe ahụ na-akọ unyo.
Inyo na-akọ inyo.
Odo ya akọ unyo maka na ndị Fulani tụrụ ime ya. Ọ bụ na Simon Ikpa chọrọ ka enwe lockdown, ya bidogodu n'ezinụlọ ya na famili ya na Ebonyi. Ọ nne na nne ya na ụmụnne ya ebidogodu lockdown na their family first. Yes, okwu ọnwa asịsị ekwu n'okwu mmadụ ya ekwu ya maka na onye ọbụla la nne ya ebere adịrị ya. I order Simon Ikpa construct nne na nne ya na family ya ka fa bidogodu na useless followers ya na their family they sit at home and lock down. Then ka Biafrans were n'ezie malụ ma ọ dịba mma ma ọ dịba mma. The only sit at home bụ on Monday. Any other sit at home by Simon Ikpa or instruction. Foul.
Yes, great people. I hope every one of you listening that this mayor of Mozambique now is at Rome. Of course, he's going to run, but he can never hide. One day, I got a teaka. Or what an miracle in Wumbe. Makandine gather no yibo. Ana magwono no zinke wetara no bosi nke tata bụ na mayor of Mozambique nke na-egbusi ụmụ nwanne anyị ọ na-agbazi ọsọ ọ gbafugo anwezi onye ma ebe ọ nọ ọ bụ ya ka ndị wee na-asị na ụnụ na-amụ ụmụ ụna na-akpọrọ ụmụ ụnụ na-akpọjesi ụmụ nwanne ụnụ ka ha help ụnụ wee debie otu akụnyesi wee na-achọ ebe fa nọ amkwuo nke nọ nkwụsi ya ha bi kpụrụ m fabia kpụrụ m ọnụ obu onye isi ndị na-egbu ndị be anya ọgba n'ọsọ unu ga-achọba ebe o si ụmụ nwanne ya ụmụ ebe ọ nụrụ nwaanyị ebe nne ya si ebe nne ya chukwu akpọfa ncha n'ọkụ. I say things the way it takes and down the consequences. I don't lie about what I'm saying. To find Ogun is very, very hard. They have taken forward. Our people have to do the needful. The fearless voice also talk about it in Finland, trying to use that opportunity to work with hope, also them to silence our people on that protest. That is what they are doing. They will tell you to sit at home, so protest will end. Can somebody just tell me for our people to begin to protest and sitting at home, which one is going to be, working for our people? Our guest, Marien Haider, now you're going to come in to this conversation. You have heard what our brother said, the fearless voice, that we sent a message to talk to this Iberima called Ogu, but today Ogu is nowhere to be found. Some people are saying that Ogu is in their community terrorizing their own people, and you saw Ogu with your eyes. So what are you doing? So you are waiting for some particular people that they are today in our mama protesting. You want them to go there and begin to look for Ogu. You say that you saw Ogu this morning, and what you in particular, what are you doing? You saw Ogu, you are running away. You did not call anybody. You did not give any information. You are coming here to write on our comment section that you saw Ogu. Marien Haider, please, I want you to take over the mic. We have done with this before. We have a lot of video to show our people. What is your take on this conversation or this call that Fearless Voice put to Ogu, but he couldn't get him? What do you have to say? The floor is yours, Marien Haider.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you so much. I'm not surprised actually, but before I move forward, I must give kudos to Fearless Voice. It's not easy. I wish we have many more people in our Biafra land that will get up, stand up as men and women and condemn this act in the strongest term, because that's what we need, because the voice of all makes more sense. So I must thank him. So, but I'm not surprised that this guy has absconded, because even yesterday, when you played those, play with the tape where Fearless Voice was interrogating him, you could tell that he was lying through his teeth. One, he said that he didn't know Hope Uzodimma, and you could see his footprint everywhere. He contributed to his what is it called, to his campaign about, or to the tune of 40 million. This was a guy that you see him with a picture of Uzodimma, and he's claiming that he doesn't have Uzodimma's phone number. So I mean, I'm not surprised, because it's only a tree that you would tell you're coming to cut down, and the tree will stand there, even though nobody has threatened him. But there's a saying that the guilty is always afraid. He knows why he's running. So that is I'm not surprised at all. That's what he's supposed to do. But again, like you rightly pointed out, the person that wrote the comment, because that was what I said under my breath here. When I saw that comment, oh, I saw Ogu in a comment, I asked myself, how could you see him and you know it's him? All you have to do is to raise an alarm, because that guy needs to be mobbed. But before I continue to go forward, I have to ask a question, a clarification. Because in this tape you played now, I overheard our man, Fearless Voice saying 4 recent killing. Is there a 4 youths that have been killed apart from the 14? I need that clarification, or did he misspoke?
Yes, there is a guys that they went after they killed that 14 hefty guys. They went also a place called they call them Niger Bet. They went there. They killed 4 people again there as they were moving. They are killing. These people are killing.
So anyway, so it is what I have to say is, let's go back, because I don't know why our people are being complacent. What I mean is, I understand that because of the intimidation, people are scared and afraid. But that is why this moment is very important. This particular moment is very important, and we must seize the moment. What am I saying? If we can think back, it was last year that the imposter called Buhari came out on social media and made a statement. He said, all I have to do, Biafra is a dot. All I have to do is to circle Biafra and they blow them off. That's exactly what this man is doing. Why am I saying this? I want our mothers, our fathers to know that what is going on is a planned deal. It's not a mistake. It's not a coincidence. When Buhari made that statement, first of all, there was none of our elders that challenged him. None of our so-called political elites that challenged him. So that was unchecked. So now, what did he do? He has somebody like this idiot called Hope Uzodimma. He has always been his proxy. So now he's using him, people like Umai, Devil Umai, to accomplish that threat. Let me tell you something about the Fulanese. When they tell you they're coming to do something, take it serious. They're not playing with you. They are not like us, where our people can come and blow hot, and they don't even have a plan to do what they want to do. Before the Fulanese will come out to tell you, they've already have their plans done. After Buhari made that statement, he started moving the military towards the east. Systematically, they have been eliminating our youth. The youth are the engine, the force of any society. So that is why I'm joining my hand in calling our mothers, Ndine, Ndi Agadi, male and female.
That is exactly Marien Haider. That is exactly what I want to push to you. The next question: that what do you have to say about our mothers? Because it's very, very important that the mothers, mostly those people that they kill their sons, they also have to come out in mass, and they always make sure they are fronting the protest. Because yes, that is the question that I really want to put out there to you, and you are touching it now, and I want you to go further.
Yeah, why is it important that our mothers will come out? Let me tell you how things work in real life. When even yesterday, I saw the protest going. I think it was the Hill or somewhere. I saw it, our youth came out, but my heart was cutting. What do I mean by that? I was terrified here. When you have only our youth out there protesting, whether they have anything or not, what you're seeing, because everybody understands this social organization I'm talking about, or structure. The youth are the engine, especially the males are the engine of a society. They are the future of the society. male and female, but especially the males, because they're the one that propagate. They're the one that carry the gene forward. Okay? This is the male that will carry the particular genetic profile of a society going forward. So once you eliminate the males, the women can, somebody else can come and pregnant them and they have a baby, and that baby will be carrying the genetic profile of the other individual, which is one of the things these Fulanis are using. That is why, even though they tell you that you are an infidel because you're not a Muslim, they are willing to sleep with your females. What are they doing? This is a strategy, because that child that's going to be produced is no more pure. They have corrected the genetic profile. So that's not what I'm dealing with now. So, but I'm trying to tell our mothers, our fathers, the aged ones, why they must come out. When you have a protest going on and you only have the males, what you're looking at is high testosterone running around. The societies or individuals do not have really empathy for them. They look at them as combat to combat, man to man combat. And you know these boys are not armed. These our youths are not armed. Even if they are armed, they cannot match the kind of ammunition or the equipment, hardware that the security apparatus or outfits you have in Nigeria, especially. They're not even using the police, they're using the military, whose job is supposed to be defending the country, not for internal dispute. So, but when you have our mothers, especially our aged mothers, come out with these youths, let them be in front. Let them be at the back, our aged mothers and fathers, because when you look at them, you're going to look weakness, you're going to see empathy. And let the youths be inside. Just like we as mothers, we mothers are called mother hen, because our job is to protect, our job is to build. Where is the outrage? These children are potentials of yesterday. These children could have been anything. They have been cut down. If they had lived, they would have impacted our society. The job of a woman, that is why we are the one that carry the babies, for protection. I'm asking our aged mothers, I'm asking our mothers, where is your protection character, quality that is embedded in you as a mother? Come out and defend your children. It was your children that were cut down. It doesn't have to be directly linked to you. Because when one is killed, it affects the other one. If you come to a society or you go into the bush, each time you cut a tree, one tree, it affects every other thing in that bush. Look at us as a community. When you kill 14 children and then 4 more are killed, we're talking about 18 now. How many are we? That's the question. So, because these our mothers are quick, these are the same people I will see during political convention. They go out and start dancing mbombo. I call it mbombo music. Start telling us how it's good to them. They should come out now and tell him how disappointed, how disheartened, how angry they are as mothers, because he himself was born by a woman. They must come out and confront him and not leave this fight for our youth alone, because it makes our youth vulnerable. We can't do that. So let them organize themselves. Trust me, we have the international communities, because of IPOB, have their cameras turned on Imo State right now, whether anybody believe it or not. So they should come out and support the youth, and not allowing these youth only to go on the street, because it makes them vulnerable. And another call I want to say is just like the guy that spoke on the tape. It shouldn't be an one-man Martin alone. It shouldn't be an Oru team alone. We all should come out at the same time. This idea of this protest, today you see about protesting, the other day you see, that is why they're able to, overwhelm them. If they can organize themselves, that all the Biafran lands, at least the Igbo speaking, if the other ones don't want to join, can do it simultaneously, they will be able to make impact. But if they are doing it one day, it's Owerri, the other day is Olu. That is how the security apparatus are able to overwhelm them. You must stretch them. And the only way you can stretch them is let this protest go round. At the same time, let them carry out, and then we'll achieve. Because we cannot allow the blood of these innocent kids to go down. Ask yourself, why must it be now? And I will tell you, Mazi, it has to be now. When Uzodimba has been killing, This thing is not the first time he has killed. He has bombed, he has killed, he has maimed. But why is this one an outrage? 14 innocent youths that people can vouch that they are truly innocent, they're not criminals. Okay? That is why this one is so outstanding. Because, and you look at how the decoy he has been using. Immediately it happened, he came out and claimed they are bandits. But isn't God merciful? Isn't God who he is? That will tell you that the time has come and we must use this opportunity. We cannot let this moment go away. We must seize the opportunity. One was spared to tell the story. One was spared to tell the story. And this one that was spared knew him, called him by name. Ogu, it is me. I was the one that worked in your borehole construction. And he left. I mean, this story is so chilling. And you would think at that moment he would have killed him because he identified him. But because God wants to use this young man to spare his life, to bring this atrocity to limelight, his life was spared. So Ogu cannot come now with this crazy man you put on the phone now, on the screen now, to come and say he was a bandit. Because if this boy was not alive, if this boy was killed, this particular individual that identified him, it would have been he say, she say. And would have been carrying on that bandit, just like what Uzodimba has been doing. If you pay attention, that has been his line. Anytime it happens, he'll come and say they're bandits. He'll come and say they're criminals. I don't even know when our people started being addressed as bandits. So this is what Uzodimba is doing. But this is a moment we must seize because the time has come. The cup of Uzodimba, the blood has been spilling, are crying for vengeance, and their cry have reached Chukwu Okike Obioma. My people, we cannot pipe down. We must seize this moment and let this be done and done once and for all. A lot of our innocent youths have been killed. A lot of our mothers have been killed. A lot of our fathers have been killed. Since this man assumed this so-called position, he was placed, shoved into our mouth. The argument that even the one that is hurting me most is that Uzodimba is from this area. Why is he doing this? You would think he would be there to protect his people. Why is he killing his own people? He begins to tell me that it's beyond even politics. Who is this man? We need to know. Mazi, I'm going to stop for now. As you continue to explore this, you ask me more questions. But I have a lot to bring in, Mazi.
Thank you, Ada. Thank you very much for this, your wonderful analysis. There's some certain things that you said that I supported it 101%. Of course, our people have to stand up and do the needful. This is not only about the Imo State. I also urging the people of Anambra, people of Ebonyi, people of Enugu, people of Abia, people of Ijo, Isoko, Ibibio, Anam, Ewanke, whosoever it may concern, to join the suit. These things have come to our doorstep. You all know the reason why NSAS, there is no any single achievement in NSAS, because people are coming with their, minds of tribalism. That is why we could not even achieve anything. That is why SARS are back again, begin to slaughter our people, kill our people, do all sort of nonsense to our people, and nobody want to talk about it, because in our place, whenever things happen, they will tell you this is a Yoruba issue, this is a coastal region issue, this is a hinterland Igbo-speaking Biafra issue, and that is the problem we are in this mess that we are today. Or whenever you say something, they will tell you diversity is our strength. Why we are not one people? Of course, we are not one people.
No, Mazi, the diversity is our strength when it comes to these leaders. Okay? They connive together. These leaders, because pay attention to what is happening, Mazi. Has Ohaneze risen up to say anything? These are their these were their children, they were slaughtered. They were killed. Right. Even if these children, we know they are not criminals, but let's play the devil's advocate. Let's assume that these children were, criminal suspects. Must you kill them on sight? All you have to do is to arrest them and let them go through the process. Because we know the Boko Haram over there in the north, carrying arms. maiming people, sacking villages, communities, killing the military. How many of them have been shot aside? None. They went and invaded the Kuje prison. How many inmates were released, including the hardcore terrorists? How many of them who have been so-called recaptured were shot aside?
Abba Kyari is living a large life today.
He's living a large life today. So, and then when the train thing happened, was any community sacked? Did the military go and shoot up every community in that around that neighborhood? The answer is no.
No.
Couple of weeks ago, during the same time the Kuje incident happened, we had a story, whether it is true or not, but I believe it's an authentic story, that the imposters convoy in Daura was attacked by terrorists, terrorists, and that even a personnel or two personnel died. Okay, did the military go there and shoot up the whole villages or communities? The answer is no. Why is our own different? Because our people are the ones helping the Fulanis to actualize their mission. Just like I know why I laid that foundation. Buhari said that we are small, we are like a dot. All he has to do is to encircle us and eliminate us. And who is he using to do this? Our own. That is why we cannot sit down. What we are talking about is not about any tribe. These children could be anything, and especially those that believe in one Nigeria. These are the potential of their one Nigeria. They have been cut down. We are speaking about human element. These children are human beings. It could have been me. It could have been my child. Put yourself in the position of the parents. It could have been your own child. Because that your child survived today there's no guarantee that your child will survive tomorrow. This is what our people must understand. Our people have a saying that na ofonye share oha. Oha gericha. Uzodinma has become ofonye share oha. And we want him to know that we oha are coming now to cook for him and his proxies and his cohort. And let's see how much they can eat. That should be the attitude our people must assume. Because if you pay attention to the first statement, or the only statement Uzodimma gave after this incident, he came out quickly to make that statement. Oh, they were bandits. He had a security council meeting.
Yes, Ada, I think this is the video that I have here. I want our people to listen before you will also proceed, because I have to, after we listen to this video, I want to ask you some questions, through the video. But of course, we have to allow our audience to listen to Hope Uzodimma, what Hope Uzodimma have to say after he slaughtered our own people, after he used Mayor of Mozambique, slaughtered our own people because of his political ambition, because he wants to be a Fulani finest. And that is what he's trying to do. Of course, Dave Umahi,
and of course, he brags about it. He brags about it.
And of course, Dave Umahi was in his position before, but today, where is Dave Umahi? He have come back in shape. That is something that those people don't even understand, that there is no how you will serve Fulani, and of course, definitely you must come back in shape. But now let us see this video first before I will ask you a question, because of course you have a lot of things to say. Now, let us see the video in detail so that it will not be like we are just fabricating lies or concocting stories or trying to dish out a false information to our people. Our people have to see, because that's something in our place they called see is believing. Now I want them to see. Marien Haider, let us, Marien Haider, let us see the video, and then I will ask you a question, then we continue.
Sure.
Well, we just came out from a security council meeting where the GSS confirmed that they did the operation.
Can you people hear the voice?
The volume is low.
Yeah, the volume is low, but I don't know the reason why. I think the volume is low, but I think I have to play. To give me a time, let me bring it to my phone, because here is so low.
Try and bring it, and let me just be prepping our people, because what we want them to get here is, number one, Look at the background. Where is he speaking from? It looks like he's speaking from Abuja. There's a reason why I'm bringing this out. Number two, we must pay attention. Look at how quick he came out to make this statement. How quick. And he's telling you he has conducted an investigation. This was within 24 hours this thing happened. And he's coming out to start lying to our people. This has been his game.
I don't know why this thing is, what is wrong with this thing. Adam, just coming, Adam, what I want to ask you before I bring out this video, before we play it, I want to ask you a question. Like, according to the Fearless Voice and Mayor of Mozambique, the guy that is in front killing our people, what do you understand? You said that you have listened to my previous broadcast, and now you are here now today with me, listening the last conversation when Fearless Voice called that guy, he did not reply. What do you have to say? Do you think that this guy have run away, or he trying to? What do you have to say? Because today nobody can get this guy on the phone anymore. Not like before that you can call and get him on the phone. So what do you think on this conversation? Because the beginning of the conversation is that he called Mayor of Mozambique almost 3 times or 4 times. He rings and he did not pick up before he began to send him a voice note. And up to date, he never replied. So what do you have to say about it?
I mean, it's obvious the guilty is always afraid, or the guilty is afraid. That in this case, I would say the guilty is afraid. Even him is not stupid. As he at the very first interview he had with that man, which was the one you aired yesterday, as that was going on, you could tell from his tonality, from his act behavior, I mean, you can feel it, that he knew he was lying. And he knew that this man has caught him in a web of lies. So he knows that he's guilty of every allegation laid on him. He knew he was the one that young man saw. He knew he was called. He knew he was there. So there's no way he can debunk it. There's no way he can go there. There's no way he can actualize all the things he promised he was going to do. So the only thing left for him is to go into hiding. He's hiding right now, it's obvious. And I'm sure that Uzodimba saw that interview too. So they must have advised him to go underground. So he's underground now, but how long he's going to be there, I don't know. He has to be smoked out. That is why I said, those who claim that they saw him, why would you spare him? Raise an alarm. Raise an alarm. He needs to be apprehended. He needs to come and tell the story. He needs to come and clear the air. Because I am sure he's the one that told him, and Uzodimba must have had a discussion. Because if you listen to this craziness Uzodimba dished out, that was exactly what that man was trying to spin to the man that was interviewing him yesterday. That they were bandits. They were the people terrorizing the whole neighborhood. They are placing himself to be a good guy. In 1 minute, he doesn't know the police. Yet, when people are apprehended, the police will call him to come and identify whether they are EBUBE AGU or not. I mean, when you listen to, he knew that he was lying. So he has to go underground, but he has to be fished out before he leaves the country. Because I understand he used to be in Mozambique, or he has been to other places. I don't know whether he was deported. I don't know his status, whether he can still flee the country. But I can tell you, that guy might not be in Imo State as we speak now. But most likely, he might be in Abuja or Lagos under the protection of Uzodimba.
Thank you, Madam Marien Haider. And of course, the video is also Mazi. Please, I would like you to go and find the second video of this Uzodimba. Also, this video, you can also find it you can find it straight away because the one I have on my phone also is so low. Mazi, I want you to go out there and bring the video for us before I will show our people this video. Then we talk about this video before we get that video back again. Mazi, I hope you're listening. So I hope you are going to do this. Let us take the video away because it's too low. We can't hear it. But there's something I want our people to see. There's something I want our people to see. I hope our people will see this. We are not going to bring this thing on the air because whenever we bring something like this on the air, they are going to block us. Mazi, are you listening? The director on the ground, please, I want you to take off this video, please. If you are there listening to me, take this hope of Uzodimba off and find the one that is going to be loud. Now, the video that I'm going to show our people, we have different videos that I'm going to show to our people today. We are still on this, the massacre of our people in Imo State. And I agree with our Wada, Marien Haider, that all these things we should also extend it to other part of the provinces in Biafra land. We have to extend it there, because if we ignore it, by the time they finish with Imo State, they will also, you know, go to other communities. From there, they will enter Anambra. From Anambra, this is how they will enter Abia State. From Abia, this is how they will be going without stopping. Remember, they are using the coastal region of our brothers from coastal region to do this atrocity in our land. But Mwada Marien Haider, I want you to see this video now, and our audience will also see it. I want you people to pay attention and see the work of those people that they are calling bandits. I have said it down with that number that these people are not bandits. These people are terrorists. They just want to use bandit to justify, like, because bandit is just a common criminal. These people are not just common criminal. These people are terrorists. These people are terrorizing. They are killing and maiming and coming with what they call ethnic cleansing and conquest called holy war. That is something our people don't even understand. But let us see the act of these terrorists in different parts of that contraption called Daminibu Zoo. Then you begin to understand that these people are not bandits, but terrorists. Now listen, this is the people they just kidnapped recently. Now pay attention.
international community, Saudi Arabia, da su shigo wannan al'amuran su ga cewa an samu maslaha, saboda mutanen nan a gaskiya aniyar su ma ba su so mu kwana sati ɗaya ba, kwana 7 a biya musu bukatun su don su sake mu, amma gwamnatin Najeriya ta yi buris da wannan al'amari, ta nuna ba ruwana. A dalilin haka muke ƙara kira ga manyan kasashen duniya irin su Faransa da Saudiya da Saudi Arabia da Ingila.
Of course, thank you, Marien Haider. I hope you understand. Of course, we don't understand what they are speaking, but that is actually what is happening today in that contraption called Daminibu Zoo. Of course, the Hausa people, they are also tired of these Fulani people taking over their land. So what do you have to say? Because you also have to understand that this is the people that Hope Uzodimwa is inviting in our land. That is why you see today they are killing our people without mercy, because these people are not part of us. What do you have to say about these kidnaps? That these people, you see the way they are beating mothers with young kids. And I don't know the reason why our people, of course, I keep on saying this, we are not the same people. That is why you see we can never come together as one people. Go to what Sri Lanka today, these people are one people. That is the reason why they can be able to emerge together and went to direct to their house of, I don't know, how the government house to chase the president away from that government, even though some of them were swimming on the swimming pool of the government. You see, but always in that contraption, they will be telling you diversity is our strength. Only on those people that they are ruling class, all those cabals, that is what they are going to be telling us. Remember what I said before. NSAS, there is no any achievement because later they turn it as Igbo something. Ada, what do you have to say about those people they have already kidnapped? Because today they are asking government to come and rescue them. The same money that is coming out from our land, they will use it to pay their brothers called terrorists. They want to justify to call it bandits. But I have told my people that they should stop calling these people bandits because they are not bandits. These people are terrorists. And our people on the ground, they are listening. Over 70 million. They are watching on Biafran television, Channel 1, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi. Mwada, what do you have to say, please?
Thank you, Mazi. First of all, anybody calling these people bandit is being delusional or ill-informed. Because if we, again, all these things are on social media, on main news domain. Last year, after the fall of Afghanistan, they made an announcement, these terrorists, that they were heading towards Nigeria. They didn't make it, it wasn't a secret. And here we are, they have arrived. So they are not bandits. Anybody calling them bandits is either being delusional or is playing to this game, this takia, this deception that the Fulanis are using. So, and we must not let it settle. To the Hausa, my Hausa fellow indigenous people, this is the time. I heard you when you said Sri Lanka. Mazi, even over there, they're diversified. There is no particular community that is only of one ethnic tribe or clan. Okay? So let's get this thing, because that is the decoy. That is one of the variables they are using to deceive our people. We are talking about human element. Whether you're from Kanuri, whether you're from Sokoto, whether you're from Biafra land, Ijo, Calabar, Imo State, there is something called human element. What do I mean by that? We are all human beings. We have blood flowing in our system. We all have emotions. We love our loved ones. Mothers care for their children. It doesn't matter. These are the things that breaks all ethnic barrier. And we must rise up and begin to see ourselves as human beings first before we go into our niches, our ethnic cocoons. Because this is the particular weapon these elites are using to continue to hold us down. Like this thing that is happening now. Some of our people, even in Biafra land, are seeing it as Olutin. We have to come out from that. That is the crusade. That is the campaign. That is the messages that people like you are giving up every day, giving out there every day on Rapture Media and on University of Radio Biafra. And we must continue to sustain this message, because that's the only way we can let our people know that we are all human beings first. Just like a mother in Hausa land, a Nupe mother, a Kanuri mother, an Ijo mother, an Efik mother, and a mother carried her child 9 months in the womb. So did those women who lost their children carry their children 9 months in the womb. They went through all the difficulties of being pregnant as a woman, went through the pain of labor, produced these children, breastfed them, raised them to this particular age where they begin to start counting their blessings, looking forward. I mean, let us remember that in a place like Nigeria, there is nothing like life insurance. Our children, our life insurance. Our children, our investment. These particular 14 children, plus the 4 that have been mauled to death, they were not even killed. They were mauled to death. Cold blood. These were the future of these families. I heard that one of the mother of the 2 kids that were killed, the woman just died of heartbreak. So let us begin to see what is happening as a human element, not individual or tribal or clan, because we all have feelings, we all have emotions, we all have blood flowing in our system, and we want the best of life. We want our children to grow up and become and take care of us. We must rise above that. So I am calling on all Nigerians, everybody in that geographical location called Nigerians, whether you're Kanuri, whether you're Efik, whether you're Hausa, whether you're whatever you are, to rise up. Even the town Fulanis, to rise up. We are talking about human element. 14 innocent young children are dead today. We don't know what they could have been. You know, I hear them every day talking about pray to God, pray to God. God is a spirit. God uses human beings to accomplish his purpose. Do we know what these children have been sent to this earth to do? Do we know? We will never find out because their lives have been cut short. These children could have been the one that could have brought them the so-called one Nigeria. We don't know, but they have been killed. That is why people must rise up. Rise up in mass. It's not about Olu, it's not about these families. It's about all of us. By the way, again, I'm calling out the so-called leaders of the Igbo extraction, especially targeting them, or Biafran extraction. Where are they? Their children are being mauled. You know, this is something people, some of us don't understand, because when it has not reached my domot, then it's not important. Ekperemadu today is in London in detention. Why? Because he was trying to use somebody that's supposed to be an entity. Because ordinarily, Ekperemadu never knew that child existed. But look at how nature is interesting. Her so glorious daughter, who has everything going for her, has lacked something called her kidney. She needs a new kidney. And who is the person to produce this kidney for them? A non-entity. Why am I saying this? I am pointing this out that it's about time that our elites, our so-called politicians, understand that we all need each other. There's a situation where they will need us. If anybody has told somebody like Ekperemadu that is going to need a non-entity on the street to try to address the most important situation in his life, he will not believe it. So let's begin to see ourselves as human beings first, and not as this clan thing or tribal thing. We are all humans. We want the same thing. We want to be happy. We want our children to grow up, take care of us. So I am calling on every mother. It doesn't matter your ethnic background. It doesn't matter your racial background. Rise up, because we're talking about 14 innocent children were mauled to death. They were innocent. They were doing what they were supposed to do. They went to a marriage ceremony. It could have been your child. It could have been my child. Would you want people to sit down and keep quiet? The answer is no. You will want people to stand up and protest and seek for the justice for your innocent child that is dead. Please, this is how you must see it, and this is how we must see it. Rise up, the moment has come. And let me tell you, these children did not just die in vain. There's a reason why. Unfortunately, God allowed this to happen before us. It's a moment for us to all wake up. We can never allow this moment to pass us through. Tomorrow it could be Ebony. Tomorrow it could be every day you hearing Governor Autumn shouting. Governor Autumn, I'm calling you now. Call on your people, the youth in your people, from your place, the mothers. We are talking about 14 innocent children that died. I'm calling you out now, Governor Autumn, because you are one that has been speaking. I would like you to express your opinion on these killings. They are human beings. They could have been your child. Ohaneze, it could have been one of your children that is mauled down. Why are you keeping quiet? Our so-called House of Assemblymen, our senators, where are you? It could have been your children. It could have been your son. Just like today, Ekperemadu is sitting in prison because he wants to secure the life of his child. He wants to make sure that he helps his child to regain health. Yes, that's what a father is supposed to do. That's what a mother is supposed to do. But knowing that every mother, every father feels the same way about their own children. Ekperemadu, if that your child today is shot down or cut down, or even this kidney disease takes him, it's going to hurt you. I want you to put yourself in the shoe of these parents that have lost these 14 children for no just cause. I want every mother to put themselves in their position and feel their pain and rise up and demand justice. That is why we are here. That's what we're talking about, and we must continue to advocate for the justice for these children until we get it. Justice must be gotten for them. Enough is enough. Osadimba has killed enough. Since he came in, he had been killing. He had bombed. But this one, I think his cup is full, and we must see the moment, my dear brother.
Thank you, Nwada. Thank you, Nwada Marien Haider. Thank you very much for this wonderful speech from you. This is a wonderful encouragement to our brothers and sisters, our own mother, the mothers on the ground. But now, let us see what Uzodimma said, because we have gotten the video that is clear. Our people were protesting. Our people were not happy about what is going on. And but we must, this is the chance that we have, of course, to stop EBUBE AGU, at the same time to impeach Uzodimma to go away from Imo State, to stop killing our people. But let us see the video in details. Let us see the news in details, because everything we are saying is to show our people so that they themselves will see and begin to believe that all these things that we are saying today, the message that they are sending to international community, that those people are bandits. That is what they are saying today. But let us see the video, the news in detail. Thank you, my people. What is, I think these people are beginning to attack us. Do you know that this video is not playing? Why
Really?
these people are attacking us so much? They are attacking us so much. Must take the video away and bring it back again. They have begun to attack us. The video is not playing here. Must take the video away and return it back again. Take it away and return it back again.
Yeah. While he's doing that, let me say this quickly. You know, because you mentioned now impeachment of Uzodimma. Our people must understand that politics is always local. For Uzodimma to be on the hot seat, people must begin to call out the members of House of Assembly of Imo State. Let me stop when you finish.
Let me play finish, Adam.
Yeah.
The voice is down, right?
Yes, it's better.
Okay.
Much. You see what I was saying? When you look all you see are men.
It's to Imo State government. There is a team who them brought out named EBUBE AGU. When they come where they are doing occasion, they will begin to shoot paradically, killing people.
Oru as large, both Oru East and Oru West, we are all here gathered. We are not happy with what is actually happening in our land. We have been trying to deal with it, but at this juncture, we can't enjoy it anymore. We are there before yesterday, a lot of youth were killed. About 14 of them that went for a traditional marriage. Our brother here is part of them. Some of them were hit by stray bullets. I think I know one that was buried yesterday.
We don't want EBUBE AGU again. If EBUBE AGU finish our youth, we will be women. What do we go do for this town?
On Sunday, I took officers at our where ESM people are camping. So we went there.
Before this video will continue, I just want to ship something in so that you will get the point. Our audience, you people listening to our people on the ground, the mothers, the fathers, and our youth, they are saying exactly what happened. Now, this is somebody they brought. They put plaster on his head. Now, the guy begin to fabricate lies.
Propaganda machine.
The propaganda they told him. And that is why I want you people to understand what is playing, because if you don't understand, there is no how you can be able to grab the point. This is an infiltrator. This guy now is an infiltrator. But let me continue.
Kill many of them. Some ran away with bullets. Even their commander ran away with bullets, and we picked his phone and his machine. He ran away with bullets. Don't know whether he's dead or he's still alive. Yes, I'm there. We are in convoy with healers with one big motor. So as we enter there along the road, just at that point, that place they are capping, we saw them, YC, Njaba, and those guys. They are gathered there. Their machine parked by the side. They are drinking. They gathered chair there. So we jammed them there. Then we start shooting. Many of them died there. Some of them ran away. No, sir, I don't know whether they are doing traditional marriage there, and we did not went where they are doing traditional marriage. We just go straight there. We saw those guys. They gathered around there with their chairs, their machines there. There's no place like traditional marriage there. I don't know whether they are doing traditional marriage there, but there's no place like where they are doing traditional marriage.
Well, we just came out from a Security Council meeting where the DSS confirmed that they did the operation, and the operation has nothing to do with any wedding place. They went to a camp, and they went to the camp with a pointer who is a member of the gang, and they caught some people. And the people are currently with the Department of DSS. Yes, they killed some people. But those were also bandits, But we are waiting for detailed report. This is the interim report given to us in the Security Council. So I don't want you to be carried away by propaganda of those who are behind the banditry in the states. You should also investigate to find out for yourself what is happening. Just like what is trending about a 15-year-old girl being impregnated by the Department of, which is a pure fallacy. Rather, what the director reported to us was 2 ladies caught with some of the bandits. And those 2 ladies have been helping them for over 6 months now, when they were caught, to pick some of these boys who are with them. Because they are girlfriends to the gang leader, who is also still at large. So the gang leader is reaching out to his sponsors to use this blackmail to blackmail the security agencies. Of course, I'll never allow anything that is ungodly to happen in this state. So I will urge you to investigate more. You will discover that what they are saying is not the correct thing. The relative peace we are getting now is our determination to ensure that banditry stops in Imo State. So, and we are not going to stop. And we will not be deterred by blackmail or propaganda or any kind of campaign of calumny against the system, security agencies, or government officials. We're not going to allow that.
Okay, Mazi. Couple of things are crazy here. Mazi, I'm telling you. I'm glad you played these 2 tapes. Number 1, Mazi,
Yes,
I must
yes.
talk. Number 1.
Madam Marien Haider, remember that Hope Uzodinma said that he will never allow ungodly.
Wait, now you're taking the thing out of my mouth.
Thank you. Continue.
Ekwensu is talking about not allowing God. This is why I left religion. This is one of the reasons I left religion. Somebody will stand up with no fear of God, the same God is invoking, be lying. And those bastards around him knows that he was lying. They knew. They know that he's lying. And they were there being accomplices. Number 1, the man that had his back on us with tape or bandage around his head, is that man DSS man? The answer is no. That man is not a DSS man. That man himself is contradicted Hope right there that they were EBUBE AGU. According to his own story, they ran into where they were drinking, even though he could not ascertain whether they were in a wedding or not. So these bandits just carried their chair, bought some alcohol, went at the middle of the road, sat down and were drinking, and somehow they bumped into them. Really? Tell it to the birds, maybe they will buy it, not to a human being. And then Uzodinma is claiming it was DSS that did it. But somebody else is saying that they EBUBE AGU that did it. So who is telling the truth? Now he is here talking about ungodliness and godliness. Now, Uzodimba, the issue of the 15-year-old girl that is pregnant, whether she was or she is a girlfriend to a criminal or not, what has it got to do with her being illegally arrested? First of all, she's a minor. What has it got to do with her being arrested? Why should she be pregnanted by the members of the SS just because her boyfriend is a criminal, even if you want to buy that story? There is nothing right on all these stories.
Madam Maria, remember, you see that thing that Hope Uzodimma was saying that is a fallacy. It's authentic information. They pregnanted a 15 years old, a teenager.
I know.
Continue.
That girl is not, when you use the word teenager, she's a minor. She's a minor. Let's use the accurate, representation. She's not just a teenager, because somebody that is 18 is still in her teens. Somebody that is 19 is still in the teens. This girl is a minor. It's a minor. That authorities, so-called authorities, have violated her human rights on every level. Even if her husband is Anene, the famous Anene, it does not give you the right to go and arrest a minor and then left her in your custody and she's pregnant. That's what we're talking about. We are not talking about her association. We're talking about she as an individual. You know, this man is failing to understand that every seed is sowing is going to reap it. He has children. I'm asking Hope Uzodimba, if his 15-year-old daughter is violated by a stranger, irrespective of whatever that girl has done, will Uzodimba like it? And those people standing there, I'm not surprised he has to invoke God, because what Hope has been doing is every time Hope finishes killing people, if you have paid attention to his the way he moves, the next thing you will see him appearing in church. That's how he has been moving, wearing white. And this is where I come in again to talk about our so-called religious people. Where are they? They are the ones that invoke immorality. They are the ones that invoke about sins. Why can't they rise up and condemn the actions and activities of this man? I'm talking about impeaching him. People should start with politics is local. The members of the House of Assembly in Imo State should be called out. Each and every one of them. Everybody knows where they come from. They cannot be quiet while this man is doing all this. And they can't even come up and defend. Who are they representing? Their names are what? Representative, representing the locality. Where are they? Even the local government, even the particular local community where these 14 children have been killed. Where are the members of the representative? Let's not just be talking about Hope Uzodimma. They're all corporates. Why are they not coming out and talking about the people they're supposed to represent? They're supposed to be the four people that be advocating for these individuals. Where are the members of representative? They should be called out. Because tomorrow they'll come out again, people will vote for them. So we must get this together. It's not just about Hope Uzodimma. All the members of representative in Imo State should either come out now and tell us where they stand, or they should attack them too. They should be called out. Because they're the people that will impeach this Uzodimma you're talking about. You can't just impeach him without the members of House of Assembly. They need to come and tell the people they're representing.
Madam Marien Haider, I also want to ship something in there, and
Sure.
I want you to also talk about it. Now, you see, our people, they are protesting on this video that we just finished watching. We saw mothers, we saw fathers, we saw our young brothers. They were saying they went to where they are doing a traditional marriage to kill our own people. I want to ask you now, what is the narrative that Hope Uzodimma want to push out there by saying that these people are bandits, even though they don't even accept that they kill these people in their house? Now they have turned the house of these people to a camp. But the house they burned down was a house, a normal house of a person, and they stole also their generator. They stole the younger money, and of course, I'm looking forward that I'm going to bring the young brother that remains out of those friends We are going to bring him also on Biafran television, channel 1, so that he will come and tell us. Probably it will happen on Monday. It will happen tomorrow. We are looking forward. So what do you think? What narrative do you think that Hope Uzodimma want to push out there? And if you haven't forgotten, remember that that was last year or 2000 and something, they give Hope Uzodimma the best governor in United Kingdom.
Please, that one is a joke. That was a joke. Please go ahead. That was a joke. I wouldn't want to waste my breath on that. I wouldn't want to waste my breath on that one. That was a joke. Go ahead.
You call it a joke in a real sense of it, but that wasn't a joke. They did the documentary. All of us saw the documentary where they were praising somebody that is killing his own people. So I want you to connect the dots. What is narrative that Hope Uzodimma is pushing to international community? Are they seeing us at like all of them they are bandits? Ada, I want you to take over the floor. We also have a video to show our people again. We have a lot of videos here.
Mazi, thank you. I'm not, when I use the word it's a joke, I didn't mean that there was no documentary or no. What I'm trying to say is anybody, any right thinking individual will know is that thing didn't make sense. Why? People that are in United Kingdom, who doesn't even know, some of them, you ask them geographically, where is Nigeria located? They don't even know. How much more Imo State? They never heard about his name before. I live here. When most Western people here, apart from people who are in the, even some people that are in on governmental level, they will talk. They look at Africa as one country. When they want to ask, they say, "Oh, you know, I met so person. He's from Kenya. Do you know him?" I'm like, Kenya is another country. So these people who don't even have knowledge of where you are located as a country, I'm not even talking about state, is giving accolades to a governor. That's why I said it's a joke. We know it was all orchestrated and made up. That's what I meant. But to treat your question, to answer your question, the narrative Uzodimma was trying to push out has been the narrative he has been pushing out, and it has been working for him. Only this time he got caught. What do I mean? When they went to Zombie, burned down the community, disseminated the community, he pointed out the same narrative. Oh, they killed the soldiers. That is why the soldiers went there and burned the community, and people were attacked criminals. He has always used that narrative. Pay attention. When he wanted to bomb Osu, is it Osumeni or something like that? He claimed that ESN had a camp in there, that he wanted to bomb the place. The only thing that made him to stop was because there were schools around. So pay attention, it's a trend. The only thing that this time, because of what took place, it was a traditional wedding where you have eyewitnesses, where you have people who can authenticate, which is what is happening now, that it happened in a real person's compound, not in the bushes. If this thing has happened anywhere near a bush, some people would have been scratching their head and say maybe it was a camp. This was real life community, village man with his kindred, and people from another kindred that came to, to this occasion. And it's a wedding ceremony. So that's how he's caught this time. But it's been a narrative that had been working for him. That's why he went there again. That's what he was trying to do. Okay? So, because once you use that word, criminals, bandits, people will be like, oh, that justifies what he has done. Again, like I said, even if they were criminals, at the time of engagement, they were not armed. You don't shoot them. They're not animals. Even you can't shoot animals like that. They're not birds. If you think they were criminals, why didn't you arrest them? You had a higher power. They were not even armed. Why kill them? So it's something that he has been doing and has been getting away with it. And that is what he tried to do this time. But unfortunately, this time, things are falling apart. He cannot have it his way anymore. He's no longer at ease. And that is why the protest must continue. It must be sustained so that we can get this thing right and once for. If not, this man will come back again.
And
he doesn't even stay in Imo State. He doesn't even
Wanda,
stay in Imo State. Yeah, go ahead.
Wanda, as you are continuing, and I want you to also, at the same time, when you are saying that the protest will continue, I still want you to also talk about those that are saying that some people should sit at home. What do you think they were planning? Because we know that is it sit at home is going to give us those people that they have already killed? Is it going to bring them from death to life? Or is it better for us to keep on protesting so that the world will understand that they have killed our men, they kill our brothers, the innocent people? You know, some people, they are so idiots. We have a lot of gullible people. That is why you see today our people don't have patience. At the same time, our people cannot even absorb or think or, I mean, put something in a long term. Our people want everything quick, you know, and I want you to tell our people what is different between sitting at home and protesting, because some idiots out there are telling people the same day they're supposed to protest is telling them to sit at home. What do you think that sit at home can offer us? I want you to put mouth on that. I still have a very important video that our people have to listen. What we need in that contraption, what we really need. The video will come very soon. Ada, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Mazi, thank you very much. Okay, both sit at home and going on the street to protest are a means of civil disobedience, but we must prioritize our thing when we do it. It's just like, let me put it this way, everybody is happy. I can see on the social media, people are happy, jumping up. Oh, UN has issued, even though something I'm going to speak on my own, you know, before we end this program. The news that came out that UN has issued Nigeria a man, you know, and that they must release our Hamadike within 6 months. You know, I would like to talk about that later on. But the question becomes, how did UN get to know that we have this hunger, or that we need that Hamadike is incarcerated unjustly? It was awareness created by our people protesting all over the world, going on the street, talking about it, going to UN, submitting documents, protest. It didn't come by sitting at home. It's not everything that you talk about is sit at home. You're not sitting at home is like you're putting cold water on a burning fire. 14 children were mauled to death in cold blood. How do you sit at home? Sit at home and do what? How do people get to know that you're angry? How do you want people to be aware of what has happened to you? Is going on the street, peacefully demonstrating, and let people know, yes, going on the street may not bring them back to us, but let the world hear our voice. Just like our people say that when a hen is screaming because a hawk has picked up one or two of her chicks, she's not screaming because she's going to be able to retrieve those chicks. She's screaming so that people will hear her voice, probably help in chasing away the hawk. Okay? Now, now that he made an effort. Let me tell you something. Let me use this opportunity to say it. This is as we speak here in United States. We had a meeting yesterday. Powerful and wonderful meeting yesterday. And one of the things we have come, as I finish with you, and I'm going to send my own donation. We must support. These are our brothers and sisters that are coming out on the street, to encourage them to stay on the trenches of this protest. They are not protesting on behalf of Biafra. Biafra has nothing, project has nothing to do with this. Again, like I said, it's human element. We are telling them to stay in the trenches. Let their voices be heard, because we are talking about our youth, potential youth, that they are what they could have become tomorrow. Their potentials cannot be quantified or qualified, have been taken away from us. And we as people, we as human beings are angry. We are raising our own voice here by what we are doing now, our own awareness, by speaking through the radio outlets. But our people on the ground must rise up and sustain this effort so that the so-called Buhari, supposed to be the president of the country, the House of Assembly men, the so-called senators that are supposed to represent these people, where they have come, whose human rights have been violated by eliminating them unjustly. The parents now are going through serious mourning. Somebody needs to rise up. Somebody needs to stand up and speak against this ill and put a stop to it. That is why the demonstration must continue. The protest must continue peacefully, of course, not sitting home. When you sit home, what you're trying to tell the world or the society that you are at peace at what happened. That's what you're trying to say. You're trying to agree with the killers. You are trying to tell Uzodimba right on, because why Uzodimba has been doing this, because nobody has seriously challenged him, whether through protest or calling him out. The time has come. Enough is enough. Enough of blood has been shedded in Imo State since he came up. He's not how to rule. By the way, where are his children? Where is his family? He took them in a safety place. And he himself probably is not in Imo State. And from there, he's using people like Ogu to be eliminating us. Enough is enough. We cannot sit down. We cannot sit at home. We must rise up. We must continue with the protest until either Nigeria as a country comes to our aid, or international community will hear our voice, and human rights activists must come into this case. Enough is enough. It's not just about these 14 kids that were mauled to death, or these 4 that were mauled to death. Others that have been killed. Communities have been dismissed by Uzodimba. Him coming out publicly and said, I was the one that invited the military to come and bomb you people. Is that why he was put in there? We must know. We need to know. The time has come. Enough is enough. His cup is full. That's why the protest must continue, Mazi.
Thank you, Ada. Thank you, Ada. There is a comment of somebody here. He wrote, of course, his name is Igirigi. He wrote here, I don't know why I'm still seeing this German-based Ihala. Imbecile. He called me imbecile. There is something what our people don't even understand. When you are calling people's name, did I look like imbecile? I have my hand complete. I have my foot complete. I can speak like a human being. Use something else. Don't let English begin to deceive you people. You cannot call me imbecile. Why my body, my everything is functioning.
But Mazi, what is he doing there listening to an imbecile? What does it make him? That's the argument. Why is he that thinks that he's okay listening to an imbecile? What does he speak of him? That means he's worse than the imbecile, because he's trying to learn from an imbecile. That's what he's trying to tell you.
That is the idiocy in our people. Our people, there is something wrong. An idiocy.
Exactly. What is he doing there listening to you? He's trying to learn from you.
Of course, of course.
That means you're better than him.
Instead of them to admit it, they can't admit it. You know, that is why I'm trying to correct him on his English, so that whenever he wants to write something else, he should use the appropriate English, not to be saying things that he just copy and paste. You know, some of our people, they so much love copy and paste.
They just hear what somebody said and they will say without even understanding. You know, every time I hear them go on platform and start cussing people out, and my argument has always been, what are you doing there? Why are you on that platform? Why are you listening on that platform? Let me tell you, I only listened to Ekperima once. 2, I stopped listening to. I don't go to his platform, because as far as I'm concerned, he's a compound idiot. So if I have to go to his platform to listen to him, it makes me less than him. Simple. If you believe that I'm stupid, why are you coming to listen to my stupidity? What does it make you? That means you're worse than a moron. So I wouldn't even, that's how I'm going to address that issue. What is that individual doing on your platform?
Thank you, Ada. Ada, let's move on. Let's move on. Of course, we must move on. Ada, there is a video of our young brother. He is today in Biafra land. That's the things that he wants to let us know. Of course, this is exactly what our leader have been saying. I find that interview very interesting. That is why I want to bring it out here so that our people will also see what is the solution. We keep on saying to people, if Nigeria must cease to exist, that amalgamation that have already been expired
has expired, yes.
cease to exist. Nigeria disintegration of that contraption is what we want. As far as we are still together as one people as we are today, the killings must continue. There's no how you can stop it till Nigeria ceases to exist. And that is only solution. The revolution that our leader have been calling, and that is exactly what is today in our land. And we have already found a safer landing to start from there by killing our healthy and able 14 healthy men. At the same time, they kill 4 people. Join
4
them.
more.
Now, our leader, we're trying our best to make sure that EndSARS stand, but they turn it into tribalism. Now they have come to our land. But now let us listen to this, our young brother, what he have to say, and then you can pick it up from there and tell us what do you think.
Okay,
But they were arrested just like as they arrested me. My own was miracle. I don't have to go to details.
And again, for people to understand what this video is all about, let me give you people the preamble so that you will get a point. Because whenever I'm coming here, I always try to let people, for them to grab a little bit about what is about to come or what they are about to hear. This is a guy that was saying that P2B arrested him. P2B arrested him. That was during that time of P2B ordered some people, some military terrorists in uniform.
That's when he was the governor, right? When he was a governor.
Thank you. When he was a governor. That is the issue. But this brother did this video new, and now he's telling us the solution, even though he's trying to say president is not the solution. Only what revolution, at the end of revolution, disintegration to cease Nigeria to exist. Now pay attention, listen to the news in detail.
In the courts, they were arrested just like as they arrested me. My own was miracle. I don't have to go to details of what happened, but I'm here now to answer your questions. But a lot of my friends are dead. A lot of them died. Young, promising people died because they won their freedom. Freedom fighters.
So are you saying you are from Anambra State?
No, I was born and brought up in Anambra State. I'm from Imo State. Look at my state. My state is even Sambisa Forest. Sambisa Forest that you talk about in the north is in my state. Killing young people. And these people are coming back to tell you, vote 2023. By 2023, will you be alive? As they are killing you everywhere. There is Fulani herdsmen which they force you news people to report that they are bandits. There is nothing like bandits. All of them are Fulani herdsmen. Bandit does not exist. It is only orchestrated by the government in order to cover their crimes. They know that bandits are Fulani, and they know that bandits are their people. They orchestrate it to cover their crimes. And everybody is talking about 2023 without talking about, you can never move from here now to Ogun State with your mind calm. Every time you move in fear in Nigeria, and you still talk about 2023. I pity everyone.
Thank you very much. That now brings me to the question: what's really happening in Imo State? Why the killings?
Why the killings? You go and ask the governor.
Thank you.
The governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodimma, invited the military to finish his king's men.
See?
Why? Go and ask the governor. There is invasion into the bushes of Imo State, killing and pillaging. which was reported. It was reported even in the newspaper, even in the news. Those people that killed innocent people in Imo State have not been brought to book. When people protested, he invited the military to cover up the people committing the atrocity, and the rest becomes the story.
Like
the rest is what we are suffering in Imo State today. Even today now, it have already extended to the whole of the eastern region. You cannot move from here to here with your security guaranteed. They are playing politics with people's life, and it must end when the people of Nigeria rise up to ask for their freedom. Enough is enough. You cannot be voting every time without our security. We cannot be voting every time. Listen, the people of Nigeria have always politicized this thing, but me, I don't go by politics because I don't believe in any of them in politics. I don't like Peter Obi, I don't like Atiku, I don't like Tinubu, all of them, I don't like them. I can only like one thing, my freedom. That's the only thing that I like. The freedom of my children, that's the only thing that I like.
Okay, now, that now brought me to the question. Are you not, does that mean that you're not going to vote?
Look at how stupid that idiot is asking him about voting. He just
My
told
brother,
you.
you are funny. Does it mean that I'm not going to vote come 2023? Voting on which constitution?
Thank you.
Okay, what's the solution?
The solution is mass protest. Protest against you see what happened in Sri Lanka? When the people of Sri Lanka stood up, they walked and they reclaimed their freedom. The masses are going to the solution is mass movement, mass protest. Revolution can only stop these people, not by any other thing. It is revolution.
You know, Mazi, I never saw this tape, but it just hinges to what I've been saying. It just
of course, everything that you mentioned is like I just want to repeat it back to you that some people are also saying the same thing you're saying. Of course,
I never saw this tape. I've never seen this tape. This is the first time I've seen the tape because the truth is naked. Truth is the truth. Truth is, even though you bury the truth as a seed, leave it there a million years, it will germinate as the truth. People, that again, when I say it, sometimes people chew me up. Nigerian masses, Biafran masses, this thing we are talking about has not really hit them to the core. They are still breathing. They still have some space to breathe. That's why they're gallivanting. Because even for somebody, the topic we are treating today, what we are saying today, somebody to come and write and say you are an imbecile, he is one of the idiots, compound idiots. Most likely this individual, if he's real, lives in Biafra land. He may be the next victim. But it's not occurring to him because somebody has given him 1 or 2 naira. You heard what Ogu said on the interview yesterday. Hope Uzodimba has been willing to be giving out 1 million to silence people or buy people over. But the same Hope Uzodimba as a governor is not paying the workers. Misplaced priorities. So this is how they divide and rule. The few individuals that are still giving these crumbs, because that's what they are the ones helping them to commit these atrocities. Hope Uzodimba does not go on the street to kill people. Hope Uzodimba is still using the same youth like Ogu to kill their fellow youths. This is the game they're playing. I wish there will be more young men like this young man that I saw here that spoke. Our people are not getting it yet. And one thing I found in life is that when you are the one trying to advocate for somebody's help, when they have not realized they need the help, they don't take it serious. Mazi Nnamdi, our Hamadike one, is in detention for more than a year because of our freedom. And now all they're talking about is obedient, obituary, PVC. Peter Obi Will he tell me that he has not heard about this 14 youths that has been killed, plus the 4? Peter Obi, you're a father. If nothing, you're a father. You have children. Has Peter Obi come out as an aspirant that wants to govern you, rule you, bring you this bliss nation, bring you this harmony, bring everything to be on par? Has he come out to make a statement? I'm not saying whether he's coming to condemn it or advocate for it. He has not even come out to make a statement that 4 young youths were mauled to death. And yet, he's promising you bliss tomorrow. And people are buying it good line and sinker. Atiku is preaching one Nigeria. Shetima and what is it called? Jagaban are trying to tell you should not worry about Muslim ticket because it's all about who is competent, somebody that thinks about and cares about the whole Nigerian as one unit. 14 innocent Nigerians were killed in cold blood, plus 4. None of these so-called presidential aspirants have come out to make a statement, even recognize that lives were taken by force. Yet the same youths are the ones that are going to come out tomorrow to help them to rig their way back into the system. You begin to ask yourself, who is really undermining who? We must call these things out. These so-called politicians, Uzodimba cannot carry out this heinous crime by himself without people like Ogu and Co. and some other ones we don't know. He cannot. To start with, he doesn't even stay in Imo State. He's staying either in Abuja or he's staying either in Lagos. So all these people he's using to accomplish are still part of our community. The question becomes, why are they allowing themselves to be used to undermine us? That's what we're talking about. That is why every youth, everybody, from youth to mother to father that believes that what Uzodimba has been doing is wrong against humanity, against our society, the upliftment of our society, advancement of our society, must come out and join this protest. It doesn't matter where you are from. And I'm going to talk about our people that are in other parts of Nigeria. It behooves me that when these things are happening, they think they are not affected because it has not directly affected them, or they're somewhere in Kanu, or they're somewhere in Sokoto, or they're somewhere in Abuja. Until it comes to them. What am I trying to argue here? We must rise up as one and get our freedom, just like that brother rightly said, or sink down like the Titanic ship. Mazi.
Thank you, Wanda. Thank you, Wanda. There is somebody, that very important person, that I want to add because I don't want the person to speak through telephone here, so that my kids is not going to disturb the voice. I'm trying to.
The kids are doing what they're supposed to do. That's their age. Stop apologizing. I've heard you several times apologizing the kids. That's what they're supposed to do, Mazi. They're expanding their territory. They're trying to know their boundaries. Please let them just connect the person through the right way. The kids must be kids. You know, that's one of the things that happened to us when we were growing up. We were caged. We are not allowed to express our potentials. That's one of the differences between a child that is raised in that contraction and a child raised in the Western world. They are free thinkers. They are free to explore because that's how they learn. Mazi, I just want to use the opportunity to tell you, because you've always apologizing, stop apologizing. The kids are doing what they're supposed to do.
Thank you. Thank you. That is the reason why I have sent still trying. That is why I send the link to the person that for him to contribute, he should come inside to the room so that I can be able to talk from there, so I can be able to mute also my mic, because all this while you are talking, I always mute my mic so that we can have voices from on the ground. So that is something else that I want to ask you. I've said a lot of things here, and
we have said a lot today.
You are formidable and you are standing resolute. This is kind of mother and the sister and the one that we need on this struggle of Biafran restoration project. not all those people that are coming to, you know, to cause counter emotion, to cause confusion, trying to brainwash our people, trying to infiltrate our people, are at the same time stolen from our people. That is what we are saying today. But that I want to ask you about, because we have begun to descend. We have already covered our time, but I want you to use this opportunity to talk about things, the things that you can be able to say. Those that you cannot, we don't want to hear, because you are not here to tell people what you are planning to do. I want us to go a little bit. You can use it at the same time. I want you to also as much time as you can to talk about what is happening in America. At the same time, use your closing remark to tell all this thing that we have already said. I mean, in conclusion, you bring all in one basket. You can use 10 minutes. You can use how many minutes you feel like that is okay for you. And also use the same time to address the great people of Biafra. And I want you to also know that what we are doing today is not about IPOB. It's about the atrocity and evil that those people that are governing us are committing against the people they are governing. And the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mazi. Mazi, quickly, I'm going to say this. Another thing I want to add about this protest, because I've invoked our mothers, I'm asking them, I'm pleading with them, I'm begging for them to organize themselves, our fathers, aged ones, I meant to say. When they go there, like I said, like this, our youth that are protesting, they're going to need something like water to drink. That's part of encouragement. Our mothers, our sisters can carry water to be given them as they continue to march along the protest. Having said that, let me immediately segue into the question you asked me about United States. First of all, I'm not a principal officer. I have no intention of being, and I have my reason, because I like to be a floor member so that I can be able to express my opinion without being caged or by rules and regulations. But what I can say about what is happening in the United States has, you know, a lot of setbacks, but thank God for where we are. Even yesterday, we had a wonderful meeting yesterday. The principal officers are coming together. They have some wonderful strategies, trying to bring us to stand firm so that we can continue to roar. So where we are now, we are in the mode of structure, restructure. What we are trying to do is restructure United States. Sieve it like you're sieving wheat. Those who are not willing, because from what I can deduce, the meeting we had yesterday, when Mazi Hamadike, in his, like, he foresaw what was about to come, he made a bold statement. He didn't mix words. He said, if for any reason I am not where I can be reached, I'm paraphrasing, listen to DOS, follow DOS. What does it tell somebody like me? That means there must be a blueprint on how to continue to navigate this struggle. Mazi must have left with the DOS. That's what it implies. So a lot of people have come in with their own understanding what it means. A lot of people are talking about full command and control. Now the question I'm asking them, you don't want to take instructions from DOS, but you want a floor member to take instructions from you. There is something wrong with the picture. It's distorted. It's deception. So yesterday, beautifully and proudly, a good number of United States Biafrans converged yesterday. We had a meaningful meeting yesterday. And what we are trying to tell us is this. We are standing firm with DOS because that's what Mazi has told us to do. We want to follow the footsteps, the instructions left behind to us. Mazi Edoziem is the leader of DOS. It is not his own making. Mazi handpicked him and placed him there. So what Mazi Edoziem is doing is just following instruction. And we have made up our mind to follow the instruction or the directives of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, following DOS. So we are doing house cleaning We have come a long way. And we know very soon, very, very soon, United States is going to be standing on her 3 legs. For now, we are standing on 2. The one leg is a little bit wobbly, and we're trying to get all the nooks and crannies, all the bolts and nuts to screw her down, that leg. Very soon, United States is coming back roaring. Let me tell you people something. I have heard where Mazi said it, and people have used that. You know, Mazi's, let me say this. If you pay attention to Mazi's speeches, it's becoming like this, the messages of Yeshua in the Bible. People can use it from whatever angle they want, but the truth remains the truth. When Mazi said, there's, you know, the group that is causing this confusion for us are calling liaison or whatever. I'm not going to go into details, but what I'm trying to say is, Mazi said that when United States rises up, then you know Biafra has come. What happened was this. I can relate it to the story of when, according to the Christian Bible, God promised Abraham, you're going to have a male child. Immediately, devil got busy and brought a counterfeit, according to the story in the Bible. He told him, you're going to have a male child. It's going to come from your loins, but it's going to be from your wife, Sarah. That was the caveat. What happened? Hagar got pregnant. I'm not going to go into details. We know the details. Look at that story. Yes, Ishmael came from the loins of Abraham, but it was not from Sarah. That was the give up. So let me bring it to the story I'm saying. Mazi said that when America stands up, you know that the Biafran project has, you know, come to fulfillment. Devil got busy. The question is, why did Mazi make that statement? The answer is this: whether you like it or not, this country called America potentially, financially, can do a huge job in the restoration of Biafra if things are done right. So the enemies, they know that. And that is why they began to attack United States with all these infiltrators. Okay? But where we are now, because these infiltrators are like Ishmael, they're the counterfeit. They didn't come with good intentions. They came to destroy. But thank God for the exposure. Now we are sieving out who they are. America is coming to stand, and America is coming to roar. And the prophecy of Mazi Ohamadike 1 is about to be fulfilled, because the type of leadership now that are structuring, that have been set up, that are structuring America, are those ones that will fulfill that message when America rises up. America is rising up, make no mistake about it, because the people that are putting in place now and organizing us now are men and women of integrity. When they tell you, take this, take it to any bank, it will cash. That's the state of America today. So I'm urging everybody who has been having a hard bone or having some fear, no. What they did was to give us the room to bring out the real hardcore Biafrans in America that can take us to that statement Mazi has made, or prophecy, that when America rises up, America is on the rise, just like Biafra is on the rise with the rising sun. We're about to roar. I'm going to roar like a true lion. So that's all I can say about that. We are moving on. We are marching on. We have taken the mantle. We are taking the bull by the horn now. And watch out and see. A couple of months to come, you remember my words today. America is on the rise. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much. You have said about the American, what you have to tell our people. You have spoken about what you said about the protests. Now we are getting to the end. Ada, what encouragement do you have to give people of Biafra? Do you have anything else to tell them? And I want you to use your 1 minute if you want.
Yes.
Just tell them something.
Yes.
And then.
Okay. What I will say to my fellow Biafrans, now I'm going, deviating from the protest, because we have, as we said and established, this protest that is going on is about human element. It's about humanity, injustice made to human beings. It has nothing to do with Biafran project. So, but talking about Biafran project, why now? That's the question. Why must it be now? It has to be now because, yes, our people are spiritual in nature or by nature. I, for one, I believe in the qualities of numbers, that they have meanings. So now, what am I trying to bring out here? If you go and look at, even when the Israelites were enslaved according to the Christian Bible, the Torah even, they were in captivity for almost 400 years before Ancient of Days began to move. When you look at the history of America, they were, the Black Americans, you're looking about the number again, 400 years before the emancipation, before the Black Americans were able to begin to have what you call equality or justice. When you look at the story of the Jews, I mentioned them, they went through 400 years. So I begin to ask myself recently, there has to be something about this number, 400 years. Because where we are now, if you can calculate back from this time the British, the colonizers, stepped into that contraction called Nigeria, to where we are now, agitating for our freedom, you are counting the number 400 again. From what I have the knowledge, the school of thought I belong to, that number 4 is about structure or restructure. Whether number 4, 40, 400. Even when you go to the Torah or Christian Bible, you will see this number appearing. After 400 years, there's always a paradigm shift. In nature, things happens. There'll be a new dimension. Whether you like it or not, nature does that. 40 years, the same thing. So what am I saying? The emergence of our Hamadike is not a coincidence. It's spiritually inspired. Whether you call it nature, you call it Ancient of Days, you call him Chukwuka Biama. His hand is fully in this thing. I'm talking about why Biafra project must be now, why it must come, why we must be cognizant of what is happening in the spiritual realm. Ohamadike has a unique quality. These kind of people that have this quality once in a while, and I'm beginning to calculate, you pay attention, every 400 years, they are spewed out into nature. They have what you call complete altruistic behavior. What do you mean by that? This inherent in them, they are born with it. They are selfless human beings. All they care about is for the betterment of every other person, even at the expense of their own lives. You talk about people like Martin Luther King. You talk about like people like what is his name again? Gandhi. You talk about people like even Desmond Tutu. You talk about the guy that Mandela. Go and pay attention, and you can see there's a sequence. When these people, their people, are going through stress, human stress, you pay attention when you start getting to that 400 years of injustice, nature will spew out somebody, a Messiah that will come, God will use to rescue them. That is why Biafra project must be now. Our own Messiah in the person of Hamadike is here. We must rally around him and let God finish what he has started for us. The cries of our ancestors that were killed, the cries of our ancestors that were sold into slavery, the blood of our innocent children mauled, killed during the so-called civil war, which I call genocide, have been crying. Even the ones that have continued, they never stop, have reached heavens, whatever heavens is. And God has released this vessel. Stop looking at Ohamadike as the vessel you're looking at a human being. Look at the quality, the spirit inside him. One of them is what I have called out, altruistic behavior, personality. He's here on a mission. And that is why I am telling you people, not because I am not a prophet, I'm not a prophetess, I don't claim to be. But when you pay attention to nature, pay attention in metaphysics, or what you call astronomy, you will see that there's a pattern. It's our time for liberation. We cannot let this moment go away. Mazi or Hamadike will surely come out. Don't ask me when he will come out, but because he's heavenly ordained, he must come out and Biafra must be restored. That's what I'm leaving us with today. It's a promise from heavens. It's a promise from nature. It's a moment because we have hit that mark of 100 years of slavery, of marginalization, of captivity. Nature has come to liberate us. And we must rally around the Biafran project under the leadership of Ohamadike I of Biafra land and help him to push us through and have this freedom. And may all the glory go to Ancient of Days.
Thank you very much, Nwada Marien Haider. Thank you very much for joining us today on Biafran Television Channel 1 under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I thank you very much for this your time that you have given to our people to educate our people, at the same time tell them the word of encouragement. We need to rally around. We need to do the needful. And I thank you very much. And I thank also our audience, those that are listening, those that do the needful, and also our brothers and sisters. Those are today in Biafra land doing the needful. The protest must continue.
Yes.
The protest must continue.
Yes.
They cannot just kill a 14 hefty men that went to go to get married, to multiply, to multiply, to multiply.
Isn't that instruction from Ancient of Days, from Chukwu Akika Abiyama? Go ye and multiply and subdue the earth. They were just doing what they were asked to do.
This is it, Tata. This is it, Tata. That is why we must stand resolute and formidable and do the needful. And that they say you are well spoken. A lot of people enjoyed today's broadcast, and I hope all of you will do the needful. We are not coming here to beg you to do what you're supposed to do. And I thank you very much, Ada. I thank you very much. We are going to be coming up time to time. Whenever you have a time, we are going to come also to talk to our people on the ground, because we don't care about what Facebook is doing as far as we are broadcasting live on a frequency, or what I call it again. I always forget this name.
BTV.
What they call it?
What
on a satellite, yeah, on satellite.
Okay, satellite.
Yeah, on satellite. That is something I always want to use, because that word is something that our people is unique to our people. We are on satellite, so trying to download Biafran Television Channel 1 under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I greet you all, those of you that are listening now, and those of you that are going to listen later. I say, may Chuki Kabiyama bless you, guide our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, protect him where he is, give him that wisdom and knowledge to overcome all this, and he will come out in peace, and he will come out healthy. Of course, we know that where he is today, things are not good, because there's nobody will be in the DSS dungeon, and you are telling us that everything is easy with him. Of course, he's alive, but things are not easy. He knows the reason why he's there. If you people haven't forgotten, he said on, I think on 18, the last appearance in the court, he said he knows the reason why he's there. He's fighting for our freedom to come. That is the reason why he's there. So now I thank you all. Make sure you do the needful, and I salute our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the man in charge. Yes, yeah, that's why. Of course, I will. I must. It's something that I always is my.
I know your signature.
Your signature. Yes,
your signature. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. My signature. My signature or anthem. I want to use anthem. Yeah.
Yes.
So I want to tell our people that DOS is the highest office of this movement, led by Mazi Chike Doziem. Every one of you must listen to him. I am not giving you order, but it's something that is already there. In Code of Conduct, Section VI said, on absent of our leader who is in charge, the HDOS, which is Mazi Chike Doziem, every one of you, every one of us must report to him. Anything that is approved is authentic. The one they did not approve is not authentic. That is what we are trying to tell the world and the people that are listening. Don't follow the infiltrator. Don't let them deceive you. Don't let them twist your mind or begin to convince you telling you that they are meant good for this struggle. We have said it. Anyone that I have done, you can also come out here and begin to say. But of course, I know that nobody has anything against me. And I keep on saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the highest commander. For some of you that are asking who is the highest authority, it's our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the last that our people have to understand, IPOB is our family. And we, the Biafran child, must protect these three things that I mentioned jealously. And I greet you all. My guide, every one of you. And I thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much for bringing me as a guest. I do not take it lightly. It's a privilege as far as I'm concerned. I'm not better than anyone. So for any one of you and the listeners to have found my voice worthy, I take it very serious. And by his grace, as we continue to progress, I know a lot of people will ask, why is she not always showing her face? Is coming. I'll be showing my face very soon. Like I said earlier on, there's a reason behind everything. And when I will tell you the story, you guys will agree with me. But what is important is that the restoration and the project of Biafra must continue. We must forge ahead. That's what is important to me. Very, very important to me. It doesn't matter how it, as long as it's genuinely done in the right way, following the leadership, that's what is important to me. It doesn't matter who gets it done. So because we have been told to follow DOS, we must continue that. So I appreciate you all. Thank you, Biafrans. Thank you for your reverence. Thank you for acknowledging me. I acknowledge you all. I take it very serious. Thank you, Nwa Chineke, Mazi Okechukwu. Let me say this quickly because I got a phone call. I know I'm close. I got a phone call yesterday from one of our brothers from Biafran land. And he was confused because of everybody's answering Nwa Chineke. And I had a conversation with him for almost 2-3 hours. And I'm glad that I was able to bring this understanding to him. He was thinking that this guy or the Kemma Nwa Chineke is the same our Nwa Chineke on Biafran University of Biafra broadcasting in the morning. I said no. In fact, it took me a series of conversation going forth and back to let him understand that it's not him. So because this is how they're projecting these propagandas, okay? So I want our people to know in Biafra land that Nwa Chineke, most of us or most of our brothers are answering. It's like when you say Mazi. So you pay attention to the person's name. Like today, my host, is Nwa Chineke, Biafran child. You will hear another person, Nwa Chineke, with a name. So Nwa Chineke does not mean that is a particular individual. Nwa Chineke is more of identifying ourselves as children of Chukwu Okike Abiama, the children of light. I hope that my brother had me again, and some other people who are a little bit confused. Who is who? Nwa Chineke is not a particular person. It's more like when you say Mazi or Nwada. Thank you all. God bless. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Thank you for that clarification. Very, very important. And I thank you all for listening. We will call it a day till we see again. Like I promised my people, probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we are going to bring the guy on the ground. A good day from here. From here is good afternoon. Thank you very much, my people. Bye.
God bless. Bye.